EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Chicago Bears.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And Dowdy. Goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Miller. A gain of 14. And the Bears 1st down.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. Allen Bailey in on the stop.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made at the 40.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 3rd down, Trubisky escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Bears.
Eluding the pressure right. And he finds his tight end, Graham. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career. He didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to play with a huge chip on his shoulder. Nice catch there. He wants to show flashes of that form that he exhibited early in his career with New Orleans and Seattle.
22 yards there, a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. out of the gun. Trubisky. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
A 40-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
He's not going to get me. Mike, check, 59. Space. Check 59, Mike is good. Hey, South, 59. I'm good.
Here's Ryan. A very quick pass to Ridley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ryan, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. He's got it. We'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Bears 3.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tanner Muse leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
It's 2nd down.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line.
A loss of 2 yards.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Going up top for Miller. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Bears 3.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Cottrell. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Cohen, the ball carrier.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
A gain of 14. And the Bears 1st down.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Touchdown, Falcons.
He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it, but it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs, and they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Robinson.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Still had 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week.
A gain there of 30 big ones. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Chicago.
Tariq Cohen, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. Then the Bears cut into that lead.
His kick is
and
good.
It's up and good.
Makes the score Falcons 21. Bears.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
1-yard line.
Now a give, right side. Cottrell. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Check, 59, 59. Take me up. Here we go. Check 59.
Now Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. 77 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st down, Trubisky flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Another try after the 1st down sack. Trubisky is caught outright by Graham. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
17 yards. And the Bears 1st down.
Now it's Trubisky. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this 1st half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
That's good.
17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta.
1st and
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
at the 19-yard line.
Here's Ryan. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Ryan. This will be caught just inside the 10.
Ryan's pass.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, check, check. He's checking.
The Atlanta Falcons are in for the touchdown. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
fact, it's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Chicago Bears.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run the option on 2nd down. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Here's Trubisky. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Tanner Muse came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
But it's third down.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. The catch made by Miller.
Let's get that swag.
Touchdown, Chicago.
To Anthony Miller.
Anthony Miller, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now first and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He's tackled at the...
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Tighten up, tighten up. Gun. Hey, 50. Gun.
On second and a yard, Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
At the 15-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run for the first time with Hill. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
The ball carrier.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Now a give, right side. Cottrell. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a third down.
Tuesday.
Ryan. Brings up fourth down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Chicago.
Jacobs now. And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. From Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing here, Trubisky. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And Graham's got it over the middle. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 9-yard line.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 mark.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he went backwards. It's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st down, Bears.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Tanner Muse able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, A.J. Terrell. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Oh, no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. Look at the big man rumble. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Hayden Hurst, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Down.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Trubisky will throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
59. And come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Chase, face.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Here's Ryan going to fire this out wide.
That's what I'm talking about.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Ready? We're ready. We're ready. They're running.
A quick toss out right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time, he is in.
Yes.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Falcons 17, Bears 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete.
Trubisky's pass. Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Trubisky to throw again. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
4-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
2nd down and 4. Here's Trubisky to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4.
Jamonte Casey on the coverage.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Trubisky. Able to find Harris, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
8-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Hands up. Pick it up, man. Mark 43. Mark 43. You.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Flush to his right. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Santos set to kick off.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Fielded in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. This time, Ryan will throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A huge play there on the screen pass, and even 40 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Makes the score Falcons 24. Bears 7. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. Now Trubisky to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. It's complete. Javon Wims, the open man. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Bears.
Counter play with Jacobs. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Trubisky. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Bears' 1st down.
Now it's Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. Javon Wims, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he completes it to Cohen. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. 58. Come off the ball. 58, boys, 58, 58.
Now Ryan down around the goal line. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Now they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Anthony Miller with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now.
Falcons 24, Bears 14. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On second down, Cottrell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They go play action with Ryan. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Let's go one more.
On second down now, Cottrell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
That's back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan on the run. He'll let this go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Intended for Hayden.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Chicago.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Trubisky's pass.
The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down.
1st and goal, Chicago.
Again, it's Trubisky. That is incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Darnell Mooney with his 1st career NFL touchdown. And the Bears get a bit closer. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football? without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Cairo Santos.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Looking deep for Julio. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
The Falcons will line up.
We've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Trubisky. Got a man open. It's Wims. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
27 on the play. And the Bears first down.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He sets to fire deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
On first down, Cottrell. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Let's go, team. Let's go. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. 20, 10, and hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Important extra point up and through as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cottrell. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky eluding the pressure right. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They'll look to throw. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Falcons 37.
So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
And 7 at the Bears,
43 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Cottrell, he's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. He's back to throw.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a two-point conversion to tie it.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the two-point conversion.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this two-point conversion. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the two-point conversion to tie the ball game.
The Bears will line up for the two-point conversion.
Trubisky to throw, and it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th.
Oh, yeah. We'll take that. We'll take that.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
25-yard line.
Back 25. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Watch twist. Watch twist. Check, check. 20. 20. I don't even know why this team showed up. 58 for Mike. 58. 58 for Mike. Hey, I'm coming. I'm coming. Hey, 58 is a Mike.
Throwing now is Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT.
Younghoe Koo for the Falcons field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Falcons are going to win the game.
Bears.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Atlanta, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. And for Charles